Hey, what's up? It's Tuesday. I'm Jim here for The Rough Cuts, and today I will be talking about Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. I'm doing this review not only to talk about a nostalgic film from my past and all of our collectives' pasts, I guess. I'm also hosting Bill and Ted Night on Saturday, February 18th at 7:30 p.m. It's presented by Punk Skids, Rudes United, and the Baltimore Free Farm, and it is this upcoming Saturday. Come if you're in Baltimore, Maryland. There's a Facebook link below this to tell you more info about the event. Now, Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. Bill and Ted have their band with the princesses from the first film, and they suck, and they're not getting anywhere. Especially Ted. I think Keanu Reeves' hair in this looks kind of crapped up, college-age kind of kid who's just like struggling around. Like his hair was like a lot more unkempt than it was when he was in high school and lived with his parents. Both of them looked like a little like worse for wear. They don't have a lot of money. This evil guy comes and he's sick of the fact in the future that everything is based on these two idiots, Bill and Ted, and their stupid band Wild Stallion, and he's gonna go back in time through where Rufus is in the future, and he steals a time machine. And in this cool scene in a classroom, and the guy from Faith No More is there, Big Jim Martin. So he sends two robot Bill and Teds to act just like Bill and Ted and look just like Bill and Ted, but they're evil, and he sends them back in time. They go and they kill Bill and Ted, and they take the princesses and basically ruin Wild Stallion and ruin Bill and Ted's lives and make sure they don't have the impact on culture that they do in the future. The robots come meet Bill and Ted, and Bill and Ted think this is just like in the first film where their future selves met their past selves, but instead they take them and they throw them off this giant cliff. Then they're dead, and then they go into the spirit world and go into hell and have to come back and save the princesses, save their reputation and Wild Stallion's reputation, and save the world from these evil robot Bill and Teds. The original title of this film was going to be Bill and Ted Go to Hell. I think this film is not as classic as Excellent Adventure, although it tries really hard and it's creative enough that I'm alright with it. I don't hate it or anything, and I actually very much like the film. I think it kind of wins you over because they tried really hard to make a different film. Although at the very beginning, when Bill and Ted are leaving the Battle of the Bands practice space, there's this shot when they're leaving that looks just like when they're leaving the high school and they have the problem in the first film. But other than that, they really stick to trying to make this original and different. It's not like a typical sequel. They're not time traveling again. If they were time traveling again, they just picked up 5 other famous people throughout history, this would be a lot lamer of a movie. But because they go to hell, they play these games with death, like this ongoing Bergman reference from Bergman's Seventh Seal is hilarious, which is a total funny way to interpret Seventh Seal. It's really funny. I'd actually wish I knew if Ingmar Bergman ever saw Bogus Journey. There's also a reference to another film, When They Go to Heaven, sorry, spoilers, is a reference to the Michael Fowle film A Matter of Life and Death with David Niven. And it's interesting, the kind of classic film references in this. I like that Pam Grier's in this. I love the art direction When They Go to Hell and the way that's shot. And it reminds me of time in Hollywood, but around the time after Batman came out in the later 80s to the early 90s, everything was a little bit Tim Burton influenced in terms of art direction. Just seemed like that was very influential, and eventually everyone got past that. But there was this weird time in the early 90s where everything was ironic, and you could tell everybody who was an art director actually went to an art school or something. Never really actually watched this film in a long time without watching Excellent Adventure before it, and before I reviewed this, watched it by itself. Thank you very much for watching Rough Cut viewers. Subscribe to the Rough Cuts if you haven't already. Subscribe to my main channel, which is the info box below. Follow me on Twitter, Tumblr, and potentially VHX. And follow Earl Barrett Holloway's Tumblr, who does the picture at the beginning and the end of this video. Please join me at Bill and Ted Night, which is on this Saturday, February 18th at 7:30 p.m. It is presented by Baltimore Punk Skins, Rudes United, and the Baltimore Free Farm this Saturday. The link to the event on Facebook is below this video in the info box. And thank you very much for watching.